What's up, guys? Another day, another trade recap. I wanted to go over the trade that I took today. I ended up taking NQ longs, and I'm going to break down exactly why I took it, from top to bottom, my pre-market plan, my context, location, confirmation, everything that I thought about and that I saw, that led me to take the trade that I ended up taking. So, with that being said, starting off, my context, I guess you could say, was obviously that I wanted to look for longs, right? I thought we not only thought, but we are very bullish, right? We are in a strong uptrend. We've been trending upwards for about 2 weeks now. And so I'm not going to try to reverse that move or try to short unless I get clear confirmation that it's time to short. And so I guess my context for the day was look for longs whenever a setup or opportunity presents itself. With that being said, I have this volume profile right here marked out from market open at 6 o'clock. This red line up here is my value area high. Yellow line is the POC, and blue line is the value area low. So my two kind of plans for market open were either that we get to this high volume node right here in value area high, and from here we displace up, create a low volume node, enter that, see failed selling or aggressive buying, and take a continuation for longs higher. That was my plan number one. Plan number two was that we get down lower here to this high volume node down here, this value area low. I wanted to see potentially that we break below here, tap into this high volume node, and then we do not accept new value and then shoot higher again and enter longs from there. However, the second scenario never ended up playing out. So if we go into the 1 minute, I'll actually show you guys what it looked like, right? We have that value area high right here. Market opens right here pretty quickly. We break above this value area high and we start building new volume up here and accepting new value. And so what happens? We have this strong displacement up, and from that strong displacement, we create a low volume node, something like this. And so that is my location, right? I have my location confirmed, and now I need confirmation to enter the trade. So once we displace through, we accept new value above value area high. I know that the markets are now going to be in an imbalance. So wherever we're moving, in this case, we're going to move higher until we create a new balance range. So I want to get in on that move while we're still making that imbalance move until we get in a new balance range. So how do I do that? Well, I have this low volume node marked out here, and I want to get a retest into this low volume node, and I want to see either aggressive buying step in or failed selling, and from there I want to capitalize on this by entering longs. And so I'll show you guys exactly what I saw on Bookmap. So on Bookmap right here, this is the low volume node that we had that I marked out for you guys right here. Obviously it ended up getting filled with volume, but in the moment this was a low volume node. So what happens? Well, the first time we come down here, saw a lot of selling or a decent amount of selling, and we did not get a continuation lower. However, the second time is where I got my entry longs. So what happens? We see selling all along this leg down, strong selling, right? We see 200 sellers down here, 60 sellers, 40 sellers, 30 sellers, whatever. We see a lot of selling at these lows in this low volume node, but they are not being rewarded for it, right? So the sellers are putting in a lot of effort, but they're not able to move the price down lower. And then immediately after they are not rewarded, they are met by a lot of aggressive market buy orders, right? They are met with a lot of aggressive market buy orders. So what does that look like, right? We see a lot of selling at these lows, and immediately, if you guys take a look at the CVD and the chart, you see that the CVD aggressively starts rising higher, and same with the chart. We're seeing a lot of aggressive buyers step in and participate in the market, that is when I got my entry. So going back to the chart, if we go on the 5-minute as well, you guys can see pretty clearly. Give me a sec. Let me delete this. You guys see that we have a lot of selling at these lows, as you saw on Bookmap, but we're still wicking, right? They're not being rewarded. And so with that being said, like I said, I saw that they were met with immediate market buys. CVD started rising. That is when I hopped in longs. I put my stop below the low volume node because I knew that if that low volume node got ran through, then my trade idea would be invalidated. And so I do not want to be in that trade anymore and lose more money and points than necessary. So with that being said, got in longs, stop below the low volume node. Since we're trading at all-time highs, you can either trade with your fib extensions and target that. What I was doing is I was just looking at order flow and price action, and I was seeing when did the price actually look weak and where we had potential areas of reversal. For me, that was this 25,000 area. And so that is kind of where I got out, because I knew that that is a big psychological level and I do not want to be in at that area. And as you guys can see as well, we started consolidating and showing some weakness. So that is where I got out. With that being said, guys, I'm planning to make more videos. If you guys have any videos that you want to see, whatever it might be, the CLC model, again, Jaren has great videos on that, but whatever it might be, guys, how to draw out supply and demand, how to read order flow better, whatever it might be, please let me know, and I will make a video on that. Also, if you guys have any questions, like always, feel free to DM me or send me a message in a Discord server, and I will be happy to explain it for you guys. With that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, and I will hopefully be back with another video tomorrow. Take care, guys.